How connected is your AI? You know, we use a lot of AI tools. We've been using a lot and more coming all the time, and we can use them for imagery or coding or synthesizing information, even sorting through large volumes of information to extract meaning. But what about connecting ideas together? What about taking the thoughts that I have and seeing how they relate to other thoughts in a way that's meaningful? Now, I use a lot of mind mapping software, and today I'm going to show you a very interesting piece of software that allows me to create AI-driven mind maps. And the reason I'm making this video is that a friend from Australia was in a chat with me and said, hey, I see that tool that you're using. Could you make a video on that tool for me? And I said, no problem at all. I'll make a video so that the next time you're on your smoko, you can grab a Bicky and you can check out this new tool. Now, if you're not from Australia, basically you can just watch the video. I'll show everybody the tool. But, you know, if you're from Australia, on your smoko, you can grab a Bicky. Let's go. There are a number of tools you can use for mind mapping. One of my favorites is called TheBrain. And it used to be called the personal brain. Now it's just called TheBrain. And the reason I like it is because it allows me to connect and synthesize thoughts. It allows me to keep track of different things that I'm thinking about and see how they relate to each other. Well, within the brain, there are a lot of features. I won't go through all of them here, obviously. I won't even really talk about mind mapping. If you're interested, let me know in the comments. I can do more in-depth tutorials. We're just going to look at how artificial intelligence is used in this brain and how I can use it to really start developing ideas. So you can see I have the outdoor hiking club brain. I have a lot of different brains on different subjects, including my main brain where I keep track of everything. But I created a fresh brain for this video called the outdoor hiking club, as opposed to the indoor hiking club, which is really just a treadmill. So I want to start developing some things around the outdoor hiking club. Maybe the first thing I want to do is go into my notes, and I'd like to have some notes of why should we even bother with outdoor hiking club. So I can go into AI and I can generate a note and I can modify this note. So I could say, why is an outdoor hiking club a benefit to people? So I can start developing ideas of why an outdoor hiking club might be beneficial to people. I can go in and choose the amount of creativity I want. I can go in and choose the word count that I want. If I want to be brief or verbose, I can choose a language. So notice here that I'm now generating an idea about why an outdoor hiking club is a good idea. This is something that I could do with any AI tool, ChatGPT or Gemini or what have you. But what I'm doing is I'm attaching this AI-generated note to this thought in this mind map, in this brain. And I can continue to work with this, and I'll show you in a moment once it's done its conclusion here. So if I like this note, I can accept it, and then I can start working with this as a tool to develop the note further. Within the brain itself, what I could do is, let's say I wanted to bring out a thought, and I want to have a social media strategy for this brain. So I want to have for this club. So I want to have a social media strategy, but I'm trying to think about what are some of the things that would be part of a social media strategy. Once again, I can use artificial intelligence to go in and what are some aspects of a social media strategy. So we'll do in some, what are some aspects? It won't help with your typing of a social media strategy. And what I can do here is I can then begin to generate different thoughts and different sub-thoughts and different, so I'll go ahead and generate some child thoughts here. So this will go through, this will generate a whole bunch of child thoughts around social media strategy, analytics, audience identity, brand voice, and then I can accept this, and now I've got all of these different things, different thoughts that I can start navigating through, and I can start identifying the different things that are part of building a social media strategy for my outdoor hiking club. If I go into, for example, analytics and metrics, I could then go to my note. I could say, let's generate a note, and I could generate, what are some common analytics and metrics for a social media campaign related to the outdoors. Well, so we can go in here, and again, just like I generated a note for why we want a outdoor hiking club, maybe I'll be a little less creative. I'll have a little lower word count, and you can see I can now generate thoughts on that, or I can generate a note on that particular thought. And as I build up this brain, they can start becoming quite complex and they can be very robust. The tool itself has a lot of features that I haven't shown here, like I can attach media files, I can attach resources to the notes. This is just the AI component of the brain. There's also ways to work with the thoughts, ways to, I'll accept this note, ways to complete the thoughts and such. For example, if I have a brain on business intelligence, I can go in and underneath business intelligence, I could go into things like cloud computing. We'll actually go into my course flow. So if I'm building a course on if I'm building a course on business intelligence, I could go into the courses. You can see underneath the courses, I could go into, I'll go back to course flow. You can see I can put diagrams in here, so I can actually pop out these diagrams, expand out my notes pane, look at this diagram in more detail, zoom in, zoom out. So you can develop these brains, these mind maps, in conjunction with artificial intelligence, so that you will be able to really develop your ideas much more rapidly and then start analyzing these for more depth. Well, those are the artificial intelligence aspects of the brain. Needless to say, there's a lot more you can do, a lot of ideation, connectivity research. It's a very useful tool. In fact, if you are interested in more videos about it, just comment down below. I'm always happy to make videos on mind mapping the brain and how effective it can be for research, communication, and learning. So I guess we're probably about 6 or 7 minutes. It means there's still enough time for a bicky, and enjoy your day. We'll see you in the next video.